It's a thought that can sneak up on you. Isn't it that little flicker of worry when you're out for a stroll, maybe on uneven ground, or stepping off a curb? It's the fear of losing your footing, of stumbling, of a fall that could change everything. It's a reality many face as they get older. That once effortless act of walking starts to feel a little less secure, a little more precarious. You might find yourself watching your feet constantly, or grabbing for railings, or maybe even limiting where you go because the risk feels too high. It's a painful reality because it chips away at your independence, at the freedom to just get up and go. It can make the world feel a bit smaller. But what if I told you there's a way to push back against that feeling? That there are simple, almost secret adjustments to how you walk that can make a massive difference in your stability and confidence. It's not about complex exercises or fancy equipment. It's about rediscovering the foundational strength and balance that's already within you, just waiting to be tapped. In this video, we're going to look at 5 incredibly effective walking tricks, little tweaks you can make right now that can dramatically improve your balance and help you walk with confidence again. These aren't difficult, they're smart, and mastering them can truly change how you move through the world. Stay with me until the very end, because one of these might surprise you with how simple yet powerful it is. Let's dive right into the first of these simple walking adjustments. And it might sound almost too simple, but trust me, it's foundational. It's all about how you hold yourself, your posture. Think about it this way. Your body is like a tower, and if the base isn't aligned with the top, that tower is wobbly. When you walk slumped over, looking down at your feet, you're shifting your center of gravity forward. Your body is constantly fighting to keep you from pitching over, which makes you unstable and much more likely to stumble or fall, especially on uneven ground. Now, I'm not talking about standing rigidly straight like a soldier. That's not natural or sustainable. I'm talking about finding a comfortable, upright posture that allows your body to be naturally balanced. Imagine a string is gently pulling you up from the crown of your head towards the sky. Feel your shoulders relax slightly back, not stiffly pulled, but just releasing the tension that might be pulling them forward. Let your chest open up a little bit. Your chin should be roughly parallel to the ground, not tucked down or jutting up. When you stand like this, even before you take a step, you should feel more aligned, more centered. Now, how does this translate into walking as you walk? Maintain that feeling of being gently lifted. Don't stiffen up. Let your arms swing naturally by your sides. This natural arm swing is actually part of your body's balance mechanism, counteracting the movement of your legs. When your posture is upright, your weight is distributed more evenly over your feet. This gives you a much more stable base. Think about trying to balance a broomstick upright in your hand. If it's perfectly vertical, it's relatively easy. If you tilt it forward even slightly, it wants to fall, and you have to work much harder to keep it from hitting the ground. Your body works the same way. Good posture makes balance easier. It allows your core muscles, which we'll talk about more later, to engage correctly and support you. It also helps you breathe more easily, which keeps your muscles supplied with oxygen and reduces fatigue, meaning you're less likely to get tired and sloppy in your gait. Practicing this while you walk might feel a little strange at first, especially if you're used to looking down. Start by just noticing your posture. Every time you think about it, gently remind yourself to lift from the crown of your head. Relax those shoulders back. It's not about being perfect all the time, but about building awareness. Try walking a short distance, focusing on your posture. How does it feel different? Do you feel taller? Does the ground feel a little less intimidating? You might find that simply by walking with better posture, you feel more in control, more present, and less vulnerable to those unexpected bumps or dips in the pavement. This isn't just about looking confident. It's about being more stable from the ground up, or rather, from the top down. Setting the stage for every other balancing adjustment we'll discuss. It's the first secret, because without a good foundation, the other tricks won't be as effective. Once you're standing tall and walking with that improved posture, Let's think about your base of support. That's your feet on the ground. Many people, as they age or become more hesitant, tend to walk with their feet very close together, almost in a straight line, like they're walking a tightrope. While this might feel like it requires less effort because you're not moving your legs out as wide, it dramatically reduces your stability. Think about standing with your feet together. It's much easier to push you over than if you're standing with your feet shoulder-width apart. Isn't it? The same principle applies when you're moving. The second secret walking trick is to adopt a slightly wider stance, a more stable base. Now, I don't mean waddling like a duck. It's not about walking with your feet way out to the sides. It's about taking steps where your feet land roughly hip-width apart, or maybe just a little wider if that feels more secure for you. When you walk with your feet too close together, every step requires a significant shift of your weight from one narrow point to the other. This makes you inherently less stable, especially during the transition phase when one foot is leaving the ground and the other is about to bear your full weight. It's a moment of vulnerability. By widening your stance slightly, you create a broader base of support underneath you throughout the entire gait cycle. It's like widening the base of that broomstick. It becomes much harder to tip over. You're distributing your weight over a larger area. This subtle adjustment can make a world of difference, particularly when you encounter unpredictable surfaces, a loose stone, a crack in the pavement, or walking on grass. Your body has more room to make tiny, automatic adjustments to maintain balance without feeling like you're about to lose control. How do you practice this as you walk? Pay attention to where your feet are landing. Are they almost touching each other? Try consciously letting your feet land a little wider apart with each step. It might feel a bit unnatural at first, but keep practicing. Find the width that feels stable and comfortable for you. It shouldn't feel like you're straining or forcing your legs apart. It should feel like you're giving yourself a solid foundation. Imagine you're walking on two parallel tracks, not one single line. This wider stance works in tandem with good posture. With your weight centered over a broader base, you require less effort to stay upright. This means less strain on your muscles and joints, and more energy directed towards moving forward confidently. It's a simple adjustment, but one that fundamentally changes how stable you feel with every single step you take. It's about giving your body the best possible platform to stay upright and secure. Now that we're thinking about our feet and how wide we step, let's move our attention up towards the center of your body. This brings us to the third secret walking trick, and it's one that's often overlooked when people think about walking and balance engaging your core. When I say core, I don't just mean your abdominal muscles like you're doing sit-ups. Your core is like a natural corset that wraps around your midsection, your abdominal muscles, your back muscles, even muscles around your hips. This whole area is absolutely vital for balance because it's where your body's center of gravity is located. If your core is weak or disengaged, your upper body can sway independently from your lower body, making you unstable and wobbly. Especially when you're moving. It's like trying to balance a pole on your hand when the bottom is loose and floppy. Much harder than if it's firm. Engaging your core while walking isn't about clenching or tensing up rigidly. That would make you stiff and awkward. It's about a gentle, constant engagement, like you're bracing yourself slightly. A good way to think about it is to imagine you're about to receive a light push in the stomach, and you're naturally tensing just enough to resist it. Another cue is to imagine gently pulling your belly button towards your spine, or feeling like you're zipping up a slightly tight pair of trousers. It's subtle, not strenuous. When your core is engaged, it stabilizes your trunk. This stability allows your arms and legs to move more efficiently and in better coordination. Your pelvis stays more level, which prevents that side-to-side swaying motion that can throw you off balance. It's like having a strong central pillar supporting all your movements. Practicing this core engagement takes a little conscious effort at first. As you walk, try to maintain that gentle brace in your midsection. It might feel like a slight warming or activation in your abdominal and lower back muscles. If you're not used to this, start with short bursts. Walk for a minute focusing on engaging your core. Then relax for a minute. Gradually increase the amount of time you keep it engaged. You'll find that as your core gets used to this, it will become more natural and require less conscious thought. The benefits are tremendous. A strong, engaged core improves your posture even further. It reduces strain on your back and hips, and most importantly for balance, it gives you a stable foundation from which to move your limbs. When your core is solid, your arms can swing freely and your legs can move purposefully. Without your trunk wobbling precariously, it makes you feel more integrated, more connected from your head to your toes, which translates directly into feeling more stable and secure with every stride. It's a secret weapon for walking confidently. So, core engaged, posture good, stance steady. Where are your eyes pointing? This brings us to the fourth incredibly important, yet often overlooked, walking trick where you look. It might seem obvious, but many people fall into the habit of looking down at their feet as they walk, especially when they feel uncertain about their balance. While it feels like you're being cautious, constantly scanning the ground directly in front of you actually works against your balance. When you look down, you naturally shift your head and shoulders forward, which again pulls your center of gravity forward, making you less stable, kind of undoing the good work you've done with your posture. More importantly, looking only at your feet limits your vision to just the few steps directly ahead. You miss crucial information about the path further down the line. The fourth secret is to look ahead, not down. Aim to look about 10 to 15 feet in front of you as you walk. This allows your brain time to process the upcoming terrain. You can spot potential obstacles, a raised tree root, a change in surface, someone approaching well in advance, giving you time to react and adjust your path without panic or sudden, destabilizing movements. When your gaze is directed forward, your body naturally aligns itself to move in that direction. Your head is upright, your posture is better maintained, and your body is prepared for what's coming. Think about driving a car. You don't stare at the bumper right in front of you. You look down the road to steer effectively and safely. Walking is similar. Your eyes are your lead scouts, gathering information that helps your body navigate smoothly and confidently. Practicing looking ahead might feel counterintuitive at first, especially if you're used to watching your feet. Start by consciously lifting your gaze when you walk. It doesn't mean ignoring the ground entirely. Your peripheral vision is still incredibly important for catching things closer to you. But your primary focus should be further down the path. As you get used to this, you'll find that you can still see the ground immediately in front of you with your peripheral vision. While your main focus is preparing you for what's ahead, this improves your spatial awareness, your ability to understand where you are in relation to your surroundings, which is absolutely critical for maintaining balance, especially in dynamic environments like busy streets or crowded parks. It also helps you maintain a straighter path, as you're walking towards a point rather than just reacting to the ground directly beneath you. Looking ahead isn't just about seeing obstacles. It's about projecting confidence, keeping your body aligned, and giving your brain the input it needs to keep you steady and moving forward with purpose. It's a simple shift in focus, but one that has profound effects on how securely you walk. We've covered posture, adopting a slightly wider stance, engaging your core, and looking ahead. These four adjustments work together beautifully to create a more stable and confident way of walking. But there's a fifth secret, one that focuses on the mechanics of the step itself, and it ties everything together, mastering the heel-to-toe roll. When you walk, your foot shouldn't slap flatly onto the ground, nor should you be walking just on the balls of your feet. A balanced, efficient, and safe gait involves a smooth transfer of weight from the back of your foot to the front. This is the heel-to-toe roll. Think about how a healthy foot naturally moves. The heel lands first, gently absorbing the impact of your step. Then, the weight rolls smoothly forward along the outside of your foot, across the arch, and finally, you push off from the ball of your foot and your toes to propel yourself into the next step. This coordinated roll distributes the forces of walking evenly across your foot and up through your leg, reducing stress on your joints. More importantly, for balance, it provides continuous contact with the ground throughout most of the step cycle. There's never a moment when your foot is just hovering or slapping down without control. The smooth transfer of weight gives your body constant feedback about the ground beneath you, and allows for subtle, automatic adjustments to maintain stability. Shuffling, on the other hand, where you drag your feet or lift them very little, keeps your base of support very narrow and doesn't allow for this controlled weight transfer, making you highly susceptible to tripping. Flat-footed walking lacks the controlled movement needed for proper balance adjustments. To practice the heel-to-toe roll, pay attention to how your foot feels as it contacts the ground and as you move forward. As your heel lands, feel the weight transfer along the sole. Push off purposefully with the ball of your foot and toes. It should feel like a fluid motion, not jerky or segmented. You might find it helpful to exaggerate it slightly at first to get the feeling. Focus on pushing off completely with your toes. This is what gives you momentum and helps lift your foot clear of the ground for the next step. Preventing trips. As you practice this, you'll notice that your walk becomes smoother and more rhythmic. This rhythm itself is a component of stable walking. A smooth, consistent gait is inherently more balanced than a choppy or hesitant one. Furthermore, practicing this heel-to-toe roll helps maintain flexibility in your ankles and feet, and build strength in the small muscles that are crucial for reacting to uneven surfaces and preventing twists or stumbles. So, there you have them, these 5 interconnected secret adjustments to how you walk. It starts with your posture, standing tall and balanced, then widening your stance just slightly for a more stable base, engaging your core to stabilize your trunk, looking ahead to prepare for the path and guide your movement, and finally, mastering the smooth heel-to-toe roll for controlled weight transfer and momentum. These aren't separate exercises. They are elements of a whole, integrated way of moving. Remember, improving your balance isn't about eliminating falls with 100% certainty. Accidents can happen, but it is absolutely about dramatically reducing your risk, increasing your confidence, and maintaining your independence. By focusing on how you walk, you are actively taking control of your stability. These adjustments might feel a bit awkward or require conscious thought at first, especially if you've developed habits over many years. Be patient with yourself. Start by focusing on just 1 or 2 of these tips during your next walk. Maybe just think about lifting your posture or consciously widening your steps a little. As one becomes more natural, add another. Consistency is key. Even a few minutes of mindful walking each day, focusing on these points, can make a significant difference over time. Think about what regaining that walking confidence could mean for you. Maybe it means feeling comfortable going out for a walk in the park again, without constantly worrying. Maybe it means feeling more secure navigating your own home, reducing the fear of tripping over a rug. Maybe it's about keeping up with grandchildren, or simply feeling more capable and in control of your own body. Small changes, applied consistently, can truly make a big difference to your physical safety and your emotional well-being. Walking is one of the most fundamental human activities, and regaining confidence in it can open up your world again. You have the power within you to walk with greater stability and less fear. I truly hope you found these 5 simple walking tricks helpful. Which of these adjustments resonated with you the most? Or perhaps you've already tried some of these and found them effective. I'd love to hear about your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. Sharing helps us all learn and support each other on this journey. If you found value in this video and feel like it could help others, please give it a thumbs up. That tells YouTube to show it to more people who might benefit. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. We share lots of practical tips and information aimed at helping you live your best, most active life at every age. Thank you for watching. Keep moving, keep practicing these simple techniques, and keep living your best life.